Okay.
What up, you guys?
Coming at ya.
Yeah, so we got a story to tell you. Today is a story time vlog.
Story time.
Yeah. Do you want to take it away, or do you want me to start?
No, you can.
Am I in the frame?
Oh, hell yes.
I am? Okay. So here's the story.
By the way, hello, red vegans.
The woman behind the camera. So here's the story, you guys. Basically, so we live in this city called Quincy, right below Boston, and there's been a lot of change happening in the city. They redid the downtown. They opened up a bunch of new restaurants, and just about, I believe it was 2 weeks ago now, maybe 3 weeks, they opened up this new restaurant called EAT REWILD. If you Google it or you GPS it, I think it's just REWILD. One word, REWILD. So you know. Because it didn't come up in Google Maps when I searched one time. They don't have an online ordering system, and they don't have a phone pickup system. It's just you just gotta walk in the door. And so anyways, so they opened up this new place about a mile from our house, and we're vegans obviously, and there's not much options for vegan food in Quincy, where we live. There's really only this pressed juice place, but it doesn't have any real food. And there's a bunch of Asian restaurants that we can get sushi from, and rice and that kind of stuff, but it gets old after a while, you know what I mean? So the only options that we have for vegan food are to go into the city. Cambridge has a lot of them. The Seaport District in Boston has a lot of options. We decided hey, let's go support this local business. Let's see what's up, and maybe they have good food, and maybe we can turn that into a regular spot. Because I can only speak for myself. I like to go out to eat a lot. Victoria is more of a homebody, but if it's a good restaurant, it's a good restaurant. We'll go to it, and we'll go to it again and again and again. And so we went there one time when there was nobody in the restaurant, and it was good. It was fast. It was good food, whatever. So today, it's a Saturday night.
Today's Saturday.
Shit, what is today? No, it's not.
Today's Sunday, isn't it? Oh yeah,
it is
Saturday.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night, and well, yeah. Just to mention, so this place it's kind of advertised as a vegan bar hall. I don't know what the fuck that even means, because most vegans are health conscious, so they're not actually even drinking alcohol. But that's kind of besides the fact. But they only serve alcohol on Friday and Saturday nights. The rest of the week is just regular, dining hours and food. So we have an appointment today. Victoria has an appointment today in 10 minutes, and we're 45 minutes away. The reason being is because we went to this place, I think at 4:23-ish.
It was 4:08 when we got there.
4:08 when we got there. We ordered our food at 4:20. Because should we just list everything that went wrong?
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, you guys, but I just want to make the message. I just want to let you guys know what happened. So, sorry, I'm driving right now, so I gotta make sure that we get there in a reasonable hour. So basically, so we order our food. It takes 10 minutes to order because the cashier girl doesn't really know how to use the POS system. That's fine, whatever. That's just training. It's a new business. Maybe she doesn't know anything about the POS system, so that's fine. It's acceptable. So we order it. We sit down.
It takes 12 minutes to take our order.
Yeah.
We were in front of the register for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we yeah, well, there's that. That was the first red flag. And the other red flag was because they're doing the beer and the booze that night, they're not going to do coffee, teas, or pretty much anything
warm.
Anything from the barista station, essentially, which that didn't really make any sense to me, because coffee is something that people have at all sorts of hours of the day, and it's pretty simple to make, so I don't see why having beer
or tea
or tea. Tea is just boiled water with a tea bag in it. So I don't understand why any of these things would be an issue to make some, and especially like if you're not gonna have those options available on your menu at nighttime for dinner, our only options to drink were either seltzer water or kombucha. That's the only options that they had if we weren't gonna get alcohol. So like, anyways, that was the first red flag. And basically, so we sit down. Within 15 minutes, we get our kombuchas, and we ordered 2 pizzas and a fries, a side of fries. We get our fries, little undercooked, but they were all right. And so we're like, all right, word, like the pizza's gonna come soon. That's okay. Guys, we waited an hour and 10 minutes for the pizza to show up. It got me, like, look, like when it comes to customer service and stuff, like I've never worked front end of a restaurant. I've worked in a lot of restaurants and never worked front end. I've only worked in the kitchen. From my experience, kitchens and stuff like that can get backed up when there's not organization, when there's not a single team leader in the kitchen. These are the issues that cause a backup like that. And mind you, this wasn't even that busy of a restaurant. They had most people sitting at the bar. They had maybe 10, 12 people at the bar, and maybe 6 or 7 tables in the dining room with couples or 3 people max, I think, at the tables, ordering food. So a typical rush in the city. Not even a rush, like just a typical evening in the city, right? And for them to take over an hour to bring us the pizza, it took me, like at the 45-minute mark, I went back up to the lady and was like, hey, oh yeah, just to say, like, it's one of those restaurants where you like order at the counter and then sit down and then they bring the food to you. That's like a new thing. I don't really know. I don't know if that's supposed to be some sort of hip strategy or if that's just like a way for you not to pay people as much as they are supposed to be getting paid in a regular restaurant. It lowers your overhead. I don't know. Personally, I think it's a little confusing when restaurants do that, but that's kind of like, that's a whole other conversation. So at the 45-minute mark, I go up and let them know the situation. They didn't really realize it, to be honest. They seemed kind of out of it. Whoever we were talking to, like the bar staff or the waitresses, whatever the label they are, because they're not waitresses, so they seemed a little flustered, and they went to go check on it, whatever. They said it'd be done in like 5 minutes, and we waited 10. It was not ready, so we went up again and asked them, hey, like, what's the word? It's 2 pizzas, and it wasn't ready, and so we gave them a solid like hour and
20.
hour and 15 minutes. And at the last minute, when we were standing up at our table getting ready to go, mind you, ask for a refund. At this point, I was expecting either a manager or someone to come up to me and be like, hey bro, I'm sorry, I got this meal, I got this covered on you, it's gonna be another 15 minutes. It didn't happen. I had to be proactive as a customer, and I had to explain my situation and ask for a refund. At the last second, they brought a pizza.
What was the status of it?
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, it looked rushed. It looked like they just threw it together and threw it in the oven as fast as possible. And it almost looked like they just turned the heat up on the oven because it didn't look thoroughly cooked. It looked like you rushed the cooking. If that makes, if you were in a kitchen, you would get what I'm saying. So we didn't take it, and we just got our refund. And
when we asked for the refund, the second pizza wasn't even there.
Yeah, we ordered 2 pizzas. The first pizza came out, and the second pizza, like, yeah. At that point, we already made our decision, but they didn't even bring both the pizzas out by the time we left the door. Like, so we're a little frustrated because we got there with plenty of time to make it to Victoria's appointment on time. And to stop someplace even in between. We were gonna go grab a plant and stuff and like enjoy our time. And because we spent almost an hour and a half in this restaurant, from the time of walking in the door to the time of leaving, you said an hour and 20 minutes, right?
Minutes,
yeah.
We got there 4:08. We left 5:30.
Yeah. So, you know, we expected to be like already in the middle of Boston by then. So now we have to make a detour on the way to the appointment because we have to feed ourselves, and we have a 10-year-old with us that we also have to feed. So now she's having a late dinner, and it's like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Any of you that have like structure or like families and this kind of thing, that's what happens when these situations occur. And it's look, man, like, if the owner of this is watching this, like, I love the concept. I love the idea that there's like a vegan spot coming to our city. I will support it. I will be a regular, but I can't back you up on this. My main concerns that I saw was it seemed like a lack of organization in the restaurant, and it seemed like, I want to put it lightly, but a lack of care in the wait staff. If you call them wait staff, I don't know what you call them. Because again, I don't tip them. I pay at the register. So I don't know what to call these people. Because it almost, like when we went to the refund and we were sharing our concerns, they didn't seem genuinely upset, and they didn't really seem on our team. It seemed more like a job to them. And like I said earlier, I would have expected somebody at the 35, 45 minute mark to come up to us and just comp the meal because we were waiting for so long. None of those things happened. So that's what makes me feel like that. So in my opinion, if this restaurant stays around, I'll give you a couple months to figure it out, and then we'll come back and give another review. But for now, I don't think I can go back, especially when I have obligations to children and I have obligations to appointments and these types of things. I just can't do it. So, and now it's this is probably a long vlog. I've probably talked for like 10 minutes now, but
yeah.
Victoria can share her 2 cents if you want.
Well, you pretty much sum it all up, and my only thing is, I get it. The place is new. You're still dealing with the time that you're learning how to work your business up and everything. You know, I get all that. I am even overseeing everything else that happened, including like that the first time the fries were really salty. The second time something else happened. This is the third time going there. So I'm overseeing all that, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it's a new place, you know? Let's try it again. But the fact that the staff wasn't apologetic at all didn't show the customer that they were on board with their concern. That's a really big red flag for me, because how you treat your business, how you treat your customers, that tells a lot about the place. So again, I went to this place because it's a place that's local, and I'm all about supporting local business.
And we're the type, we go out to eat like once or twice a week, so we would be your regular. You're exactly. 5 minutes from our house, we would be a regular.
Yeah, even for coffees, like we get like,
I'd go there every day for coffee. You get
coffee every day, I get tea. Like, we pretty much are always at a vegan spot, literally every single day for something. So the fact that this is something local was the reason why I was doing and trying to be there. So I don't know, man. Maybe try another time, but not for now. I am very disappointed with how it was treated and how the staff carried themselves. So that's it for today, Rad Vegans. I'm late for my appointment, but it's all good. You live and you learn.
Yeah, that's about it. We're gonna have a segment in these videos. Like, I think we'll do restaurant reviews and food reviews and that kind of stuff. But we didn't like. We were just going to an appointment, man. Like, we didn't plan on making this an episode. It just happens to be something that we could make into an episode. So, call this like the Rad Vegan Story Time or something, episode 1.
Yeah. All right.